So Franco Young Fox has been improving a lot very recently. Had some results a couple of years ago and then got very, very good. There was a pre-tournament before the tournament last night, actually. This is a common thing with the Big Smash tournaments. You want to play as many people as you can when you travel. And at this pre-major, Franco actually beat one of the best players in Florida, Wevins the Samus, and almost beat Scherzo, one of the top seeds at this tournament and one of the top boxes in Chicago. Actually had a 3-1 stock lead in the last game. Kero also had a good pre-local. Got 9th at that, Franco got 7th. And also has wins on various members of the Florida Power Rankings, the best players there. In the meantime, we're just fixing a bit of technical trouble, but we'll be ready. I do like the Mario controller Franco has.
All right. It's right here. Yep. Or we can tape this down so it doesn't move. Let's do it during the break.
All right, thanks for the patience there. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts that go into these productions.
Yeah, it's impressive, really.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We are back. We just wanted to make sure that everything is coming in loud and clear.
Yeah, just want to fix everything as quickly as possible, as early as possible. I don't know what anybody heard about me talking about the pre-local, but both of these players, did very well there, and are both capable of contending for, you know, kind of the Florida Power Rankings. Both very strong Foxes. I believe they both play Foxes, and they're both relatively local to the area. You know, I see them as both coming from Orlando. So this should be a very, very high intensity match. I guess Kero would be a Falcon.
Yeah, I hear the Falcon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So
Let me
Fox Falcon,
check
we've
my
gotten
notes,
a lot
yeah.
of the good matchups actually so far.
Yeah, Fox Falcon is a wild one. This one also makes sense from some sort of canonical Nintendo standpoint in my brain. Got the bounty hunter versus the, you know, is Fox in the game a mercenary? I kind of, you know, somewhat not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's like governmental, you know, associations with, you know, Corneria and that sort of thing, right? But
There's got to be.
someone's giving him the R-wing. But yeah, this is an explosive matchup. Fox Falcon, both very fast, both hit very hard. The advantage that Fox has is just some of the burst moves that Fox can do. Just putting out hitboxes in spots that both wall and come out very quickly. I think it'd be tough for Falcon as a character to deal with. And we'll see if, we'll see how they play it.
Now this is very interesting. A Falcon player using a rectangle-style controller. I would say that's a little bit less common.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of them Gatsu, notably here in Florida. Captain Smuckers up in New York City.
Smucker switched.
Smuckers did switch.
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't actually know that.
Lord has an interesting system as well, but just to go back to the match here, we've got the tech chase, so essential for Falcon to hit. Kind of at the, you know, the limits of human reaction times, right? You typically have like 18 frames in certain situations, so 0.3 of a second to make the right call as to where Fox goes on the knockdown. And a lot of that was popularized and understood by a movement out of Florida of Wizro, Gravy, Gatsu.
Right.
So definitely a lot of Falcon and Fox in the Florida water here.
Okay.
Going both of them super fast. The thing to look for is when Falcon is pressured to being in shield. Not a lot of moves that come out very quickly. There's a grab, but people see it coming. There's down B out, but that's not very fast.
No.
It's a big spot to pressure.
And I definitely agree with your point on getting Falcon shield. It is a very difficult task.
Yeah, I can't tell you how to do it. I can't. He's so fast.
Yeah.
Oh. And then as soon as you miss, you know, you miss any DI, you miss anything on the defensive side as Fox, you miss a tech. That's an easy electric knee. You can go down at some very low percents compared to some other matchups.
We've seen a bunch of Fox, so we all know how quick Fox is. I would say Falcon is one of the few characters that can really match Fox's ground speed. So it's like, yeah, it's just very tricky to really kind of nail down Falcon like that.
As a Fox main, it's culture shock knowing that I can run at somebody, but they can go faster than me. It's a little bit hard to get used to. one other thing to look for is on the Falcon punish game, whether they're going to make preemptive calls as to where they think the Fox is going to go defensively, or whether they're going to try and, you know, I don't want to say honestly, but, you know, cover every option as methodically as possible.
Right.
There are many schools of thought as to what you should do there.
Okay, wow. Now, speaking of option coverage, Fox versus Falcon on the edge guard.
It's a tough one, yeah. You wanna just back air nearly everything. You don't really want to grab them the ledge as much as Fox, but obviously it all depends. You can really, you know, there are a lot of different ways to play the matchup.
I think the key point there is like, okay, I was waiting to see if Kero could get that follow-up on their side, but
Franco with the great start step grab, a lot of up airs, launching Falcon, so good.
so much damage.
I still think it's smart to shield when Falcon jumps at you, because it does stop a lot of the big flying moves the Falcon has.
Now it's obvious, but Kero really needs to clean up the stock. Finally gets it. It's just tough when you're down like a stock and like your opponent's at high percent and you just can't clean it up. And now look at how big the lead is.
That said, you know, I never cap. Oh. Kind of scared Kero away from the ledge there. If you go too close, you just eat a shine, and that's the end of your stock, and that's the end of your game.
Right.
But Captain Falcon's punish game, such a dynamic electric character that can definitely just put the fear in you in tournament, even when you have a very astounding lead.
Right. I think with a lot of matchups, you can kind of break it down, at least generalize it a little bit to where like, oh, one character kind of has the has greater control in neutral, right? But then one character might have like a little bit of a punish game, or maybe a little bit better of an edge guard. And like with punish in particular,
Right.
Falcon is kind of known to have a very strong punish on Fox if you can kind of execute that tech chase that you were talking about in the beginning, which we're going to see right here a little bit.
If you want to go fast and do a lot of damage, he is definitely your guy. But Fox on the other side also just does a huge amount of damage. Oh, and there we see it, just the preemptive run all the way to the side to cover that tech with the stomp the knee, take the stock.
Big damage.
Big damage.
And it's not just damage, it also, like the knee from Falcon, just, it's so versatile, right? Like,
Yeah.
it does great damage. It just kind of KOs a lot of the time. And if you're at, like, if your opponent's at mid%, you kind of just send them off stage for an edge guard. It does it all.
It covers a lot of stage. I get the feeling Kero is a reader just by some of these grab follow-ups. Or maybe that's a, you know, that's not a full characterization of Kero as a person, right? But we'll see after the throw. I mean, there's a reason that Dark Rain, one of the great Fab Falcons of all time, his combo video was called the Mind Reader.
Right.
He just mystically seemed to know where you were going and do a stunning amount of damage.
And if you like making those type of reads as a player, Captain Falcon might be a great character for you because you get a couple reads with Falcon and you just get so much damage.
It's very high reward. And there, the ledge dash is missed. That's a very, very touchy technique. If you get on, you're off the ledge invincibility, with invincibility, or intangibility. But if you miss, you die.
Right.
That's the end of your stock.
But the trade-off is that if you execute it well and if you show your opponent that you can, then they start respecting you at the ledge and you just have an easier time there. Otherwise, you might just get bullied, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the side B from the ledge, full, you know, ledge hop double laser thing. If they respect your options, you open up other options.
Ooh, okay.
Very tricky by Kero to try and side B back to the stage. Franco was so fast with the coverage.
Got it immediately. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Ooh, okay. So right there, Franco illusioned or side beat a little bit high so that the back air from Kero barely hit him.
So that back air will not necessarily cover all recoveries like that. You can sweet spot that side B with timing and the appropriate short, but here we've got a tech chase. Proving me wrong, which is good. There we see it. Falcon will bait with that aerial and then jump all the way back with that stomp. What are we gonna see? Oh no, he's too far! It doesn't matter. Wow. That was incredible.
I really like that play from Kero at the end. By the way, just so back and forth, right?
That was so cool.
But
that was just very, very cool. Very back and forth match, but yeah.
Kero just, getting that last hit. And because Franco's on their last stock right there, it's just, you can just run out and kind of YOLO that last hit.
That's
You can just make that trade and just have that confidence yourself to be able to hit whatever recovery option Franco's going to take. And that's exactly what Kero did and ended up that game.
When you've got stock to spare, it matters. So Franco did standing lasers to start the match, there's actually something very subtle about that, right? At 0%, up smash will not knock Falcon down. So you can up smash Falcon, and then they can start hitting you, and you don't want that. But with a little bit more percent, people figured out that doesn't happen.
Right, right.
So
And that's what happens when you like play the game so much, where it's like you kind of go for these really like these micro optimizations, basically, right? Like getting that one laser because of this one specific thing.
Oh my god, that was such a good punish. All the different wave shines, the tech chase is in there, just knocking Falcon down and just chasing across the stage. But Kero's got a grab, gets great coverage off that up throw, fade back knee. Always important to practice.
Ooh.
You can catch Falcon jumping a lot, can't you? That's what Franco ended up doing there. Caught, and then again there. Like Leffen would do this occasionally, where he'd know when Falcon was jumping in this matchup and just up smash over and over again.
Right, it's a good read to make at low percent too, right?
Yeah.
Because you get that up smash, if you get that read, it actually leads into a tech chase for Fox, right? So it's like Fox can build a lot of damage very quickly like that.
That is very huge. Ooh, the counter hit down tilt, so good. Taking the get up attack, actually just crouching into it, knowing that he can take the damage and continue to punish. Both of these cleanups by Franco have been so technical.
Oh, they have. But on Kero's side, we did see a little bit of like a maybe unfortunate DI right there.
That's right.
DIing away, and that kind of just sends you into a trajectory that like makes it really hard for you to recover, sometimes impossible.
Big knee. Kero had it actually, just mistimed it.
A little bit late.
Spot dodge, shine, big one, get the launcher. But now Kero's a little bit more aware that Franco likes to throw these jabs, which are good because they interrupt what you're doing, but they're bad because the opponent is not in stun for very long. If they see the jab coming, they can get out of the combo.
And now, we talked about the Fox edge guard on Falcon. Now, Franco nailed every single reaction there. Great job from Franco.
That was well done. It's one of those things where, as Falcon, you don't have a big chance of making it back off every recovery, but you probably get about 6 or 7 tries if you play it right.
Right. You get a couple 50-50s that kind of test the reaction time of your opponent. Now, Kero kind of evening that up, I think, with just kind of a raw knee, so.
Big stock here. And there, the stomp, the fade back. Franco saw it coming and rising neutral aired. Uh-oh, stomp out of shield again. Oh, run across the stage, knee. And you see Kero defending the center of the stage.
I love the corner pressure from Kero right there.
Oh, yeah.
Again, getting him in the corner. Okay, Franco breaks out.
Uh-oh. Falcon called the spot dodge. If you don't ledge dash correctly, this might be the end of the game.
He's going to go for it. No.
Okay.
I love that up B spot from Franco, but... Oh!
And that was well done. It was Franco's ledge intangibility that wasn't working for him, right? And Kero knew, and Kero started to space very well. That's an upset as far as the seeding goes.